High above the valley rises one of the most breathtaking places in all of Catalonia, and today we're bringing you along.
We're Gary and Missy, two full-time travelers exploring the world 1 month at a time.
Join us as we explore mystical Montserrat.
We are on our way to Montserrat today, and the first thing we have to do is get there. So we're getting to the Paseo metro station, which we're going to take to Plaza España, where we will buy train tickets out to Montserrat. So come along for the journey.
Getting to Montserrat from Barcelona is really quite easy. You want to take the R5 train from España station. For us, a quick ride on the L3 metro line brought us there. When buying your ticket, you can choose between the cable car and the rack rail to get to the monastery. Be sure to get there early though. We arrived just before departure and had to stand for the entire hour-long ride. If you bought the cable car transfer, you'll exit at the Arrêt de Montserrat station. Continue on to the Monastery de Montserrat station for the rack rail, which is located just down the platform from the train. The rack rail is comfortable, and we chose it because as long as you're on the left side of the train, you're guaranteed a good view. The cable car holds less people, and only the people lucky enough to get on first get unobstructed views. Let's enjoy the ride up together. You exit the rack rail right in the center of this little town with incredible views. Let's walk around a little. Looking out across this amazing landscape, we couldn't help but stop and take some selfies. After walking around a bit, it was time for lunch, where we discovered we made a big mistake. We didn't want the buffet because we don't eat enough to make the €20 plus cost per person worth it. We wound up spending €22 for this cold stale sandwich, tiny bag of chips, water, and a beer. We should have brought food with us from Barcelona and dined al fresco at this beautiful picnic area.
I'd like to take a minute here to discuss tickets, because there are a bunch of options that can be a bit of a maze. Looking at what we wanted to do, we decided a la carte was best for us. So we bought our train, monastery, Black Madonna, and funicular tickets separately. I'll put a link in the description for a site that does a great job of explaining everything. We're going to jump a little bit out of order now because, to be honest, I know you're probably here to see the monastery and the Black Madonna. But before our scheduled visit, we had a few hours to explore, so we went on 2 amazing hikes that we hope you'll stick around for. They were some of the best parts of the day. But first, let's head into the monastery. Here's a quick history of Montserrat as we look around. The story starts in 888 as a small mountain hermitage. Fast forward to 1025, and Abbot Aliba founded a new monastery on the same site, and that's when pilgrims started coming. drawn by stories of miracles linked to the Virgin of Montserrat. Over the next few centuries, Montserrat became a major cultural hub, especially in the 16 and 1700s, when its music school produced some of the most important composers in Spain. But the mountain has not had it easy. The Napoleonic Wars destroyed much of the monastery in the early 1800s, and another abandonment followed in 1835. It wasn't until 1844 that the monks returned and rebuilt. The Virgin of Montserrat was crowned in 1881 as the patron saint of Catalonia, and even the Spanish Civil War couldn't bring the site down. The religious focus of the monastery is on the Black Madonna. Legend says her wooden statue was found in a cave around 880 AD, and when people tried to move her, she wouldn't budge. They took this as a sign and built a church right around her. Art historians date the wooden statue to the late 12th century, however. Regardless of which you believe, she's the reason this place exists and why over 2 million people a year visit, just as they have been for 10 centuries. Even the path to see the Black Madonna is exquisite. What you see here pales in comparison to what it looks like in person. It is definitely worth the extra money to see her up close. That ends the monastery tour, but we hope you'll stick around as we rewind a couple of hours and show you some of the natural beauty Montserrat has to offer. In the few hours we had before our timed entry to see the Black Madonna, we took the St. Joan funicular up the mountain to do some hiking, and what we found were views sweeter than a ripe mango fresh off the tree. There are two wonderful hikes once you get to the top. We went to the right because everyone else on the funicular, except for us and one other couple, went to the left.
So this path really is spectacular. I love the fact that there's very few people on it and the views are amazing. We are going to do the other path as well, and we'll see how they compare, but the other path is going to be way more crowded.
Well, I'm sure.
Off we go.
Have you figured out this episode's secret word yet? It's already been said. If you know it, go ahead and leave it in the comments.
This is where this mid-range trail ends. There is one up higher, but we don't have time for it because we have our tickets to see the Black Madonna. But just amazing views. And forgive me for being so out of breath, but again, this altitude, something I'm not used to. Here's the steps to the upper trail. As much as I would love to go up there and do that, I just don't think we're gonna have a time at this point, which is a shame, but we're seeing plenty of cool stuff. These steps were way less scary going up then, when you didn't see what a misstep might cost you. So I'm gonna put the camera away, make the rest of my way down. I couldn't resist filming more of this because of just how crazy these steps are. So I'm taking it rather slow, risking life and limb, just so you all can see this. Tell me that's not worth a like and subscribe. And don't forget to mash that notification bell. Now we're on the left path, and I'm going to take back what I said as we started to the path to the right. Well, we were one of the few that turned that way on our train. When we came back, the funicular was just arriving, and everybody turned right. Not a single person took this path. So that's why I'm on it alone now. Missy's feet are hurting, so she's gonna sit this side out, and I'm gonna take you guys along with me instead. I'm going to go off this trail a bit, see if I can get to the top of one of these peaks. Saw some people up there, and seems to be a way to get there. I made it. All the way to the top, as high as it gets out here, at least on this trail. That was definitely worth the detour. One of the things that I really like to do when I'm hiking is to explore some of the places that I don't see other people going. Sometimes it gets me in a little bit of trouble, and I have to turn back and waste a bunch of energy and time. But times like this, where it pays off, make those other times totally worth it. If you keep going down this path to the right, it actually will take you all the way back to the monastery. So a tip, if you like to hike, is to only buy a one-way funicular ticket. So when you get up here, you can just hike back down. I wish we'd have done that.
With our exploration of the upper area complete, it was time to see what else we could find below. Our plan was to take the Santa Cova funicular down to the lower trails, but unfortunately, it was closed the day we visited. Fortunately, I found some great walking paths right behind the entrance to the funicular, and we got some great views and interesting things to see. All too soon, it was time to head to the train back to our Airbnb. Montserrat is a fantastic day trip from Barcelona, and you should add it to your must-do list when you visit. As always, thank you for spending your valuable time with us. If you're new here, you can find out more about us and see what we've been up to by clicking on the videos on your screen. Hope everyone is doing well, and we look forward to seeing you again on the next one.